and your dog licked your makeup. I hope you get ready for work.
Oh, y'all, excuse me, because you know how much I hate to interrupt your scroll. So let me hurry up and get through this, because you can go back to do what you gotta do, and I can go back to doing what I gotta do. And I made an illustration just to make it easier for everybody. All right, this is me, and this is you. Okay, and this could be a family, friend, co-worker, alone in the world with a little cat dog. I don't care who it is, to whom it may concern. However, when we get together, it is now us. You know what always gets me is when we first start out, it's always cool, calm, and collected. I like it that way. But somewhere along the line, you realize, this is you once again, realizing that you like to play games. Okay? You have become so fascinated with playing games that now all of a sudden you think that you could play with me. Here's you thinking that you can play with me. That's crazy. It's honestly crazy, but obviously you like to live on the edge. Okay? Now, you realize that you found a new love for these games, that you want to incorporate them in your everyday lifestyle. You are dedicated to the process. You are even willing to bet it all. Now, here's this person who knows what I know, and they know that you are in a great deal of trouble, okay? What a dummy is what you call it, because to bet all of that and to only be left with my ass to kiss is diabolical. It's honestly insane if you ask me. All right now, all right? Because the thing is this, let me break it down for anybody who may be a little confused in translation. Here you are with the right idea, but the wrong bitch. Okay? It's very simple. It's extremely simple, okay? Right idea, once again, wrong bitch. Yeah. So now that I have gotten wind of what you think is about to take place, I am pointing you in the direction of where maybe someone would like to play games, okay? Which is all the way over there, okay? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Okay, I want you to go further, and further, and further away. You're so excited to continue on with these games that you're like, how much further do I have to go? You are so busy making your way downtown, walking fast, okay? You want to get there, you're excited. And even through all of this, even through it all, I'm still being a good Samaritan, a team player, if you will. I grab my magnifying glass because I am determined to help you find you something safe to do. All right, y'all. Well, look, share with those who need to know. Have a good one. Oh, y'all, excuse me, because you know how much I hate to interrupt your scroll. So let me hurry up and get through this, because you can go back to do.
Hey, what's up, my people? How are y'all doing today? How is everybody? I hope that everybody can hear me loud and clear. So many things going on today. I am monitoring the YouTube channels right now. I see that Vivian is live on her YouTube channel. Let's see. I'm going to keep an eye on another channel as well, just so we can see who we are going to watch. All right. And the agenda, let me get to speaking to everybody first. We got a little bit of time because they have to wait the 10-minute time limit to see if Lil Stank gonna show up. So let's see what we got. Hey, Dave Bryson. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, H-Bag. Hey, Tina P. Hey, Karen. Hey, Javar. Listen, I want to give a special shout out to Javar. Javar came up to the meeting last night to make sure that I was okay, and he walked me to my car. Such a gentleman, so handsome. Javar, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Ken Duck, and I'm just waiting for the fashion. What fashion? Hey, strawberry shortcake. I was cooking dinner. I forgot. Send me a message and tell me when I can get back with you. Tell me when I can get back with you. Hey, Shanita, how are you? Hey, Jody. Hey, it's choir rehearsal today. It is choir rehearsal with friends. I love that. Okay. Is there, so she's going to be there. Oh, Jesus. Well, the town hall is first, so she can't do anything about that. Hey, Bella61, how are you? Hey, Rhonda E. Hey, Miss Joyce, how are you? Vicky Parton, how are you? I'm great. And yourself? Hey, Bones, how you doing? Hey, Dove Science, how are you? And I thank you when I have to wait for my Uber. You still right by me. I like that. Yeah, right by me. I like that. Oh, you so welcome. I'm always going to be there. Okay? No problem. I'm just getting in. Let's try tomorrow for it. Okay. I'll set an alarm for you. Hey, Cicero McGill. Come on, Flint in the house. How y'all doing today? T Blunt, how are you? I see a lot of new people, but welcome to you. Tinley Park, welcome as well. If you're on here, welcome to you. If you're on here, Diane Thornton, how are you? Tuning in from Flint? Come on. Flint is in the building. I love it. Flint, it's a lot going on over there. Y'all gonna have to bring me up to speed because there's some things that I'm not understanding. I got loads of questions for Flint. I got loads of things I'm seeing over there. Okay. Hey, Master G, how are you? Hey, Karen Johnson from GA. Kim Bug, how are you? Oh, ATL. Okay, my brother live in ATL. I go to ATL a lot. I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm in. Matter of fact, I'm coming to ATL in May for MomoCon. Gonna be in ATL in May for MomoCon. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. This is the Township meeting. You guys know how Township goes. They have to select a moderator, just like the last time when they did the town hall for Stephanie. So they're going to select a moderator. I'm going to tell you right now, my ear to the ground, they're going to be maybe possibly a nomination for Byron. What's his last name? The man who won the trustee on Napoleon's slate. I think his name is Byron Stanley or something like that. I think there's going to be a nomination for him to be the moderator this time. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody nominated Nate, if Nate is in the building. Yeah, it is, Diane. I am a little confused. I have loads of questions for Flint right now. I'm just looking from afar, but I have loads of questions. And so I don't know if Nate's going to be in the building or not. He may get a nomination. Okay, come on, North Carolina. Yeah, I heard Tiffany was there too. Hey, Deb Hill. She only would be able to participate in the second meeting for the board meeting. And I don't even know really why she came, just to be ugly. She knows she better not try that in Dalton because there will be an automatic stop. So she don't have the votes in Dalton. She really don't have them at the Township either. For me, she just showing up to cause a problem. So let's look at this Township. Hey, Helen Gillett. Hey, Water Bill Credit. Yeah, so Jody, I'm thinking somebody may nominate him. He can nominate himself as well, as we saw the last time. He could do that. So they'll nominate a moderator. The moderator will be voted on and chosen. Then it looks like Robert is going to speak and give the finance report for the General Assistance Fund, the General Fund, and the Road and Bridge Fund. I don't think any of those numbers are going to be accurate besides for the Road and Bridge Fund. Now, the Road and Bridge Fund has been virtually untouched. Hey, Couture Davis, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. You good? I hope you are. I have not seen, I don't think that I don't think that the numbers for the general assistance fund and the general fund will be accurate, but I do believe that the road and bridge fund has been virtually untouched. So those numbers will be accurate. Then it says the motion to approve a placement of a referendum question. So there is another election that will take place next year in March. And so we need to be geared up for that and get as many people registered to vote and start voting. Primary election is March 17th. And the question is, shall the state of Illinois, which has the second highest property taxes in the nation, deliver annual property tax rebates to more than 3 million residential property taxpayers in Illinois as provided for in the Illinois Property Tax Relief Fund Act of 2019? Approve resolution authorizing disposal by public sale of personal property owned by Thornton Township. Schedule the annual township meeting for Tuesday, April 14th, 2026 at 6 p.m. And then there'll be comments and motion to adjourn, and then they will go into the regular board meeting. And let me bring up, I'm still monitoring on the other side. They haven't started yet. I see Chris Gonzalez. I see Tiff 2. The attorney is in the building. I don't know who this lady is over here on the side. I don't know who that white lady is on the side, sitting at the end of the table. We'll find out, I guess. Hey, Aluna, how are you? We won't hear Reed Robert until the second meeting. Rumor is Tiffany is in the building, at least her car in the parking lot. Yeah. Hey, collectibles for sale by you. How you doing? Property taxes is like rates that we pay here for services. Yeah, but Dave Bryson, you wouldn't be able to afford it here, child. They crazy, outrageous in some places. So then let's go and find the minutes. The agenda for tonight's meeting, which is here. Let's see what they got up here. Approved minutes. New business. Motion to approve the Illinois Township Association of General Assistant Caseworkers conference. Okay, that's everybody going to the conference. And Stephanie did establish it was for a one-night stay at a hotel. Request for proposal for IT services. Somebody put this on again. Remember the last time the IT person didn't even know who put that on there. So we'll see if that's the same. And then they're going into closed session to discuss employees, and it looks like to discuss security procedures for school building safety and security, and the use of personnel and equipment to respond to an actual threatened or reasonably potential danger to the safety of employees, students, staff, public property. Let's see. Then they're going to come out and tell you the actions following the closed session. Trustees report, supervisor report, and adjournment. Where's public comments? Okay, public comments is at the top. Okay, let's see if they started. Still haven't started yet. I'm going to switch to this view. I'm not doing any volume yet. Okay, but that is the meeting. I pay approximately $3.5 per year, and that includes water. Wow, you're a lucky man, Dave Bryson. Whew. I hope they fire KP. I do too, but I doubt it. There's so much I could say. I'll tell y'all my private community. I don't know why this thing is acting like this. What is this? Okay. Let's hope that we stay. Okay. Will we get a serenade tonight? Kenneth Dawkins. Y'all don't want to be hearing me do that. I was trying, I try to keep y'all entertained during these executive sessions. because of the time lapse. We'll see how this goes. Clark just told everybody to sit. Okay, let me take. Shout out to Vivian for her feed.
The state statute, legal notice of the annual meeting was published in 3 most public places at least 15 days before the meeting. The notice of meetings were published in Thornton Township, South Holland Building, Riverdale Building, Calumet City Building, and in the Shoppers newspaper and Southtown. For the record, state law limits active participation in the annual town meeting to registered voters residing with Thornton Township. Therefore, anyone wishing to make a motion, second a motion, ask a question, make a comment, or otherwise address the chair must state clearly their name, full name, address, and verification of residency. Now, I would like to have nominations from the floor for a moderator to conduct this meeting. You please come to the mic and say your name and address. And the same thing when you're second motion.
I, Sonia Bradley, a resident of South Holland, Illinois, at 15532 Maple Street, nominate Mr. Byron Stanley as the moderator for tonight.
I, Casey Nesbitt, second that motion. Yes, thank you.
15125 Ashland, Harvey, Illinois, 60426.
Are there any other nominations? The nominations are closed. Can I have a voice vote saying yay or nay? First yay to nominate, to approve the nomination for Byron Stanley. All in favor, please say yay.
Yay.
Yay. Those nay, any nays, please say nay. The yays have it. Mr. Stanley, could you please come to the front?
Woohoo! That's our new trustee. No trustee Byron.
Can you please raise your right hand? I, state your name,
I, Byron Stanley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of moderator
of moderator
at this town meeting
at this town meeting
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
The attorney will give you a little information that you need.
Collectibles for you is people, you can't see the people behind Vivian but this is a town hall, so the trustees are regular residents. They have to sit out in the audience with the rest of the residents. Only the clerk and whoever is chosen as the moderator is supposed to be at the table. So the deputy clerks and the clerk and the lawyer. These are the only people that can be at the table for the town hall. Thank you, Kenneth Dawkins. Eleanor Sweeney is the town hall meeting first.
All right. So the next item on the agenda is the motion to approve the minutes of the annual town meeting held on April 9th, 2024, as posted by the township. Is there a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
Second. I'm sorry, moderator, but anyone who wants to make a motion and second, they have to come to the mic, please. Thank you.
My name is Stephanie Wiedemann. My address is 21 Mohawk in Thornton, and I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the board meeting on April 9th, 2024.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Martin Luther King, Dalton, Illinois. I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
There is a town hall meeting every year.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All
The
opposed, say
trustees
nay.
are in the audience.
Motion carries. We'll now hear the 2025 financial reports. I invite a representative from the finance department to present the following fund reports: General Assistance Fund, General Fund, Road and Bridge.
So this is someone from the finance department. So apparently she works. Oh no, that's the lady from Casperick. That looks like the lady from Casperick CPA firm.
Hi, my name is Laura Fugrat. I am from Dodger Spirit Company in Calumet City. I am here to present the annual town report as prepared by the finance director. Unfortunately, he was not able to be here today due to illness. So if there's any questions on this report, I would ask for you to direct them to the finance director.
Of course, he's sick.
Prepare the report.
That was a special town hall, Swiss. Special
Oh,
town hall for
right.
the vacant seat.
Is that Robert Hutch you're referring to?
Yes, Robert.
Okay.
Okay, so she works under Robert Hunt.
The total real estate tax revenue was $9,651,086.95. The total miscellaneous revenue was $707,941.80, totaling for the general assistance fund revenue to be $10,359,028.75. The administration division total expenditures were $3,456,897.26. The relief division expenses were $336,902.76. The total food pantry expenses were $1,743,864.12, making the total expenditures $5,537,664.14. The total net change in fund balance was an increase of fund balance of $4,821,364.61. The total assets in the general assistance fund were $26,965,322.26. The total liabilities were $8,780,1 $578.45. And the total ending fund balance was $18,184,743.81. The total cash on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $3,514,763.30. And the total investments on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $8,631,883.83. The total the 2024 General Assistance Fund tax levy was $7,650,473, and the total amount of outstanding town indebtedness is $124,039.75. And that is the summary for the General Assistance Fund. All right, so then for the town fund, the total real estate tax revenue was $8,453,000. Oh, you want me to, okay, sorry.
Are there any questions in regards to the General Assistance Fund?
She told us to reconcile John. She said to reconcile John.
Yeah, she said Robert Hunt is not here, so she can't answer.
Oh, sorry, let me just flip back to that page, I apologize. So the total surplus of revenues over expenses was $4,821,364.61. That's the general assistance fund.
Can I have a motion to accept the report on file?
And just for the benefit of the public, it's not to accept the report to say that everything in there is true and accurate, because, you know, obviously, I don't know if anybody has any questions on it. It is really a motion to say that this is the report that was presented at today's meeting and it will be accepted on file.
Okay.
I'm Teresa Cameron. I'm a resident of Harvey, Illinois. I live at 14520 Sangamon Street, Harvey, Illinois. And I motion that we accept the report as given to us.
Nate Fields, I'm a resident of South Holland, Illinois, 15475 Merrill Avenue, and I second that motion.
Thank
It's
you.
been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
At this time, since we really couldn't tell based upon the voice vote, it's recommended that we do a paddle count. So we're going to redo that. And,
Sorry,
remember that you're all voting ayes again. And everybody that's voting aye, please raise your paddle nice and high. Anybody that's voting nay will also then raise their paddle nice and high once we get to that.
No, she said once we get to it.
All in favor, please raise your paddle.
The motion to accept it as written, right?
Motion to accept it as written.
Okay, but we can still dispute it later. Okay.
So just, you know, again, to remind everybody, this is not to say that you agree with the contents of the report. This is to say that this is a report that was presented before you today and it's going to be accepted on file.
Okay.
If it's not accepted, then what's the, what would be the next step?
Well, yeah, let's get to the vote first. I agree with the clerk.
Okay.
Let's see. And then,
Oh, we'll have to see.
So we'll ask again.
No,
all in favor.
Darlene here, y'all.
We couldn't hear you. You said, let's just get like an accurate with the clerk. We couldn't hear what Clerk Wells said.
Oh, I'm sorry. The clerk had just said, let's see if it passes first before I answer that question. The question from Mr. Fields was what happens if it doesn't get accepted on file? And
I'll just answer it now. It just means it doesn't get accepted on file. It's not on file, and it could potentially say that you guys didn't, that it wasn't presented properly at this board meeting, which it was, it is being presented at this board meeting. So as the attorney, my recommendation is to accept it on file. Again, that does not mean that you agree with the contents of the report. That just means that this is what was presented at today's board meeting.
I know. Can't believe she
Is
don't
there
have all
any
the
additional
names.
discussion?
No.
All in favor, please raise your paddle.
Nice and high, everyone. As high as you can go.
That's as high as I can go. This is about to fall too.
My coat already.
She said your coat go red. Shut up. I can't even. We just jump rock later. 3:15. I think motion
You
carries.
can let your paddles down.
Oh, good. My arm hurt.
All opposed, please raise your paddle. The ayes have it, the motion carries.
I mean,
Okay, now we will move on to the general fund.
general fund. Okay, back to her.
All right, for the general fund, the total real estate tax revenue was $8,453,568.74. The total investment income was $1,123,368.53. The total other income, refunds and reimbursements was $544,550.31, bringing the total revenue to $10,121,487.58. The total administration division expenditures were $4,616,808.91. The total special services division expenditures were $95,038.75. The half division expenses were $899,713.12. The Department of Youth Services expenditures were $1,226,480.93. The Transportation Division was $908,117.15. The Community Outreach and Engagement Department was $1,218,850.54. The Senior Services Division was $1,637,408.89. The Cemetery Department was $12,000. The Clerk's Department was $41,279.30. And the Assessor's Division was $369,571.04, bringing the total general fund expenditures to $11,025,268.63, bringing the net change in funds balance to a deficit of $903,781.05.
You said a deficit?
Deficit.
Deficit? Okay, I thought I heard that.
The total assets for the general fund were $19,785,140.28. The total liabilities were $99,720.36. bringing the ending fund balance to $5,585,419.92. The total cash on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $6,260,549.96. And the total investments on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $5,816,611.88. The total tax levy for 2024 general fund was $12,995,356, and the total amount of outstanding indebtedness was $278,639.04.
What was that last category? I'm sorry.
It's the total amount of outstanding indebtedness.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there a motion to accept the general fund report as presented?
Is this Robert Hunt's
Is there a
report as well?
motion to accept the
Okay.
general fund report as presented?
There go my trustee.
Kiana Belcher, 742 Evans Court, Dalton, Illinois. I make a motion to approve the red general fund numbers.
Right, definitely numbers.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Martin Luther King, Dalton, Illinois. I second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
My name is Paul Roberts, 18525 Clyde Avenue in Lansing. I'm sorry to be a gadfly landing in your cooked bowl of porridge, but my question was, before the general assistance was presented, we were informed that there was no one here to answer questions. So why are you asking for questions or discussion? If I am allowed to ask a question, it is to the Kasperic firm. Are you willing to audit this year's report?
Mr. Roberts, if I can explain, these are unaudited reports. So these reports come, and that's what the statute provides, is that these are unaudited reports. The township undergoes an annual audit. So every year there is an audit of these funds. So there will be an audit, but this is a requirement of the township code that unaudited reports be presented at the annual town meeting, so you guys can get a snapshot of where you're at right now.
But we're being asked whether to accept the report. Aren't we being asked to vote on accepting fact or fiction?
No, you're just being asked to accept that
The numbers.
report was presented and that the report says what it says.
Oh, that's a
It's not-
no-brainer. Why are you asking us?
Well, that's what I was trying to explain at the beginning, is that, you're not voting on whether you agree with the numbers that are in the report, whether the numbers are an accurate reflection, because again, these are
Sorry,
unaudited reports, and the statute does provide that unaudited reports get presented at the annual town meeting. So that's why you're being asked to accept it, to put it on file, and then it'll be kept on file with the township. And at the audit time is when all these accounts do get audited, and they do get audited once a year. And those audit reports are uploaded to the comptroller's office.
Okay, so I want to know what is going to come from this record. Why are we voting for something we don't have any supposed to have? We went through this the last time.
I'm sorry, can you step up to the microphone?
We went through this the last time. Why are we voting on stuff that we don't have the initial and the real papers? If this is not ready, we should not be voting on this.
The statute requires.
I don't care what the statute requires. You're not.
I
doing
do,
what you're
because
supposed to.
I'm a lawyer.
I said, I don't. I didn't ask what you care about. I said, I don't think that it's fair for us to be looking at something that you have not definitely made accountable. I'm back there looking at this paper, rattling through it, finding the numbers. I'm not gonna let you make a fool out of me.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to.
Okay, so
I'm
let's start
explaining
over
to
again.
you-
Let's start over.
I'm explaining what the
Let's start
statute
over.
requires.
Let's start over.
Your name and address.
Won't be on the record.
Kiana Belcher again, for, just for discussion purposes, when this is, put into records, it has on hand February 29, 2024. It may be a typo, but dates matter. So please make sure that those dates are corrected because this wasn't a leap year. This has last year's date on there. And this is 2025.
Which page are you referring to? Because there's a
12
couple
and
places.
15.
12 and 15.
That's general fund.
So I think that that's a
We're
reflection of
approving last
what
year's
was
budget.
occurred last year.
Okay.
And the bottom total is what is
24
happening
to
now.
25.
So that's,
Okay,
that's to
so,
show you the difference between the numbers from last year and the numbers from this year.
right, but at the top it says cash on hand. So of last year, the cash on hand was 11 million, or is the cash on hand 11 million for 2025?
Last year. That's my
Okay, so
understanding of how
this-
the report reads.
So the report reads, so as a breakdown of cash on hand, February 28, 2025 would be this year's number.
Correct. The 6
Okay, I just
million.
want clarification so we can make sure that, because it is a little confusing the way it's broke down and it's getting back to this information.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
Casey Nesbitt, clarification question. We're not voting to pay these items until these,
No,
they
ma'am.
already paid. You're just voting, this is what you're presenting to us.
Yeah.
And we're just saying, yes, this is what you presented. Whether, because the trustees have already voted for this.
Right.
So yes, correct. Basically, what it is saying is that this is what has already been done, if you will. This is this is supposed to be a reflection, an unaudited reflection of what has been spent, what has been brought in, what the investments have yielded, and so on. So all these things that are detailed in the report, that's supposed to be a snapshot of what's happening right now. And moving forward, once the fiscal year is done and the fiscal year is audited, any sort of discrepancies would be corrected in the final audit. So this is basically a snapshot of where we're at now. It's as if, you're looking at your own finances and, before you do your taxes, say 6 months prior to do your taxes, you're looking at, okay, where am I at right now? What's my money flow and what's my possible tax liability later? And then later, when you do your taxes, that might change. So this is just a snapshot of what's happening now. And again, it is an unaudited report. I do understand that causes people some angst. That's not something that we have any charge over. It is what the state statute requires. It is that an unaudited report be presented by the supervisor's office with the finance department, and this is what's being presented. Thank you.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Chicago Road, Dublin, New York. So let me get a little clarity. So allegedly, this is supposed to be correct. And this is what we're voting on. It might change and it might not change. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's just, all your vote is to say that this is what was presented at the meeting.
This is what you're presenting to us, and it might not necessarily be right, but it might be right.
Correct. And it'll be confirmed whether it's right or not when you go through the audit. And I mean, this is the way the statute's written, so we just have to comply with what the statute requires us to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Dan Lee, 15249 Dante Avenue, Dalton, Illinois. In the event that these figures are proved inaccurate, could you kind of walk us through briefly about what happens after that? I mean, if these numbers have been proven to be, say, tampered with, what are the next steps, at least to your knowledge anyway, that happens? And will there be another meeting to confirm the confirmed numbers, or will be here next year doing this again?
So every year you're going to do this. This is a requirement of the annual town meeting.
I mean, as far as these figures are concerned, is what I'm concerned.
So these figures will be fleshed out at the audit when the township does its audit, and the audit does get presented to the board for approval. So when the audit does get presented to the board for approval, which is usually sometime after the fiscal year has been done.
Which is at what date?
What's your fiscal year?
We don't even know.
March to
We
February.
really haven't.
March to February, so.
March
I don't
or
know if the
February, they
audit
don't
is in
even know.
process yet. That would be a question for Mr. Hudson, unfortunately. He's not
He's
here.
faking
I don't
sick
know if
today.
The audit is in process. Actually, I can
Right.
tell you, I do believe the audit is in process, and the reason I say that is because as an attorney, our law firm, if we have any litigation cases that we're handling for the township or any sort of potential liabilities, we get an audit letter requesting us to present certain information to the auditor. We have received and responded to that letter to the best of my knowledge. So that tells me that the audit is.
She did say March. That's funny.
So, so the
You
audit,
say that tells you the audit is in progress, or?
it is in progress.
It is.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I thought you were still looking for an auditor.
No, I believe that we do have an auditor.
Yeah, that was on their
So
last
the
agenda.
audit is in process, and the audit will be.
No, that was for
Will be
Dalton.
presented
That was for
at
Dalton.
a board meeting, and it will be made available for the public to review.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Chicago, Martin Luther King. I have one more question for Conspiracy Group. What did she got?
Right, I just want to be out of the way.
So, do you all prepare an annual report to present to the board to show where you need to cut your expenditures? Do you do that here?
So, sorry, just so I can hear you here. We do not show where to cut expenditures because that's ultimately not our decision as an auditor. It's management's decision of where things are gonna get cut. But what we do.
Suggestions, that's what I meant, suggestions.
So our firm is separated by consulting team and auditing team. I'm on the consulting team, so I don't work on the audit side as often. Usually if there's something that blatantly stand out to us, we'll let the management know. But it's not necessarily anything in a presentation. If you request that of us,
Excuse me.
that's not saying that we couldn't do that, but that's not typically part of the auditing procedure for any auditor or prepare.
Okay. In the village of Dalton, every year, you all prepared and gave it to the board on your suggestions, and let me correct what I said, suggestions on where we should cut the spending or where we can increase the spending.
Okay, so the difference is that consulting contract, and you're asking about the audit. We also do have a consulting contract with you guys, so if you guys engage us to help you with that, we could help you with that. But that's not the difference between the audit and the consulting side. So you're asking about audit, that's why the different classification. So yes, we could do that for you, but it wouldn't necessarily be on the audit side. It would be on the consulting side.
Okay, thank you.
And if I may add something, every audit also contains a management letter.
That's what I meant, the management letter. I couldn't think of
And
it.
that's what I thought we were talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about the management letter.
Yeah, and so the management letter typically says, okay, here's what you're doing right, here's what you're doing wrong, here's where you can fix things, here's some holes in your processes and procedures that need to be plugged up. So it essentially tries to, it doesn't tell you where and how to spend per se, but it tells you how to track things better so that you are more accountable.
Exactly, and you all didn't do that for the township.
So our firm for the 24 audit, once again, I was not on that audit, so I don't know what that letter contained, because I am on the consulting side. But yes, we did prepare one of those management letters for 2024.
Yeah, management letters,
Interesting.
typically, they accompany almost every single audit I have ever seen in my 20+ years of practicing in this area, so I don't think I've ever seen an audit without a management letter. And so, yeah, I mean, and some of them are 1 or 2 pages and some of them are 20 to 30.
And it is a requirement, even if there is no, if there is no suggestions, then it just says, we have no suggestions.
And you have no idea whether or not they prepared one.
No, I do know
for
they,
township.
I do know they prepared one. I just don't know what it says, because I didn't work on the audit.
Okay, is it possible that can be presented to the residents of Thornton Township?
That would be a discussion with the trustees side. I can't determine what gets released, that's not our role, so that would be a later.
I believe, I was just consulting with the clerk. I do believe that the audit and the audit packet, which should contain the management letter, should be on the website. If it's not, we'll confirm and see if it is. If the clerk thinks it is on the website.
She think it is.
Can she pull it up?
Okay, thank you.
So, and also, another place to find any sort of audits that have been filed is the Illinois Comptroller's Office. You can find it for any unit of government. So
Okay,
it's
thank
always a great resource.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Illinois Comptroller's Office. Yeah, we
Is
still
there any
voting.
additional discussion?
Yes, I have a question. And I haven't had the time to go through everything, but I just have some questions. I might have more later, but for now, what is the TT Foundation? The Thornton Township Foundation that we pay $57,000?
So a lot of times, and this happens with a lot of different other townships as well as park districts, libraries and stuff like that. It's sort of a fundraising arm to allow for additional money to come in that's not coming through the taxpayers. So, for instance, Township Foundation, again, it's a fundraising arm to allow the
Donation.
I'm just trying to find the right word.
You're gonna help me out, I'll help you out here.
The added
I
funds.
can help you.
The added funds.
So what happens with some grants is that, I want to make sure I have the mic. So what happens is there's certain grants that can't come to government bodies, but they can come for non-for-profits. So if you have a non-for-profit, which Thornton Township Foundation is, then you can receive additional funds to do like food pantries and that kind of stuff. So it's basically other way to get additional funds to help the residents.
So what was the expenditure to them? That seems like that's money coming in, this is going out. So I'm curious.
So the money going out, so a lot of the times with the expenditures going out would be like if the township paid for some food to go into the pantry. I don't know.
It's a different item.
Okay, so I did not hear this before, so I'm not 100% sure what line went in there. So I'd have to look at the GL to see.
So it's on page 4 of the general assistance. Hold on to what report. Because, and the only reason is, there doesn't seem to be anybody can answer the question. I'm gonna carry on with my questions. But, like you said, I understand explanation, but
Yes.
that's money coming in. We're showing that is money going out. Oh, okay, I'm
And I
sorry.
would
What I
suggest
was
also
saying
there's,
is,
and certainly go on with your questions, but I would also suggest that if there's any questions that we up here are unable to answer, we do apologize, we just don't, we're not the people that drafted the report.
okay, but you're asking to vote on it.
So we're
Okay,
just
let's go
asking you to
on.
vote on accepting the report, we're not asking you to vote on whether everything in there is accurate. We're just saying that this is what was presented at the board, at the meeting today. So,
Right.
if there are questions that you guys have that we cannot answer, I do suggest that you forward those questions to the finance director. And ask those questions directly, or also you can file the information after the question.
Okay, next question. Who's our auditor?
Casperic's office.
Casperic's still the auditor, okay. And, I had a question. What is outreach? Can anybody answer that? It's under community and outreach and engagement for $269,000. What is outreach outside of all the other things that are?
Another scam.
Everyone that took me.
Another scam.
Don't know exactly what that would be, what that would entail, but outreach just as a general principle is to try and get more people to participate in specific programs.
You're talking about
That's
the
my
concert.
understanding of what that means, but I don't know that exactly.
So I did see a payment of $1 million and some change. I'm assuming that's interest toward the loan. I don't know which one it's on. but I think we originally had that loan out for 5 million or something like that. What's the balance on it at this point?
That would be a question for Director.
Okay, so.
He's not gonna answer none of these questions.
Okay. All right.
He is
I'm
not.
back again. I want to ask you, why are you asking us to vote on this if it's not accurate? I mean, when the trustees come in, they're gonna pick up this crap that you trying to sell to us. They're gonna be already sitting in office. Why don't you get it straight first? Bring it back to us in March. You don't want it now. I don't. Everybody else gonna vote for these numbers? Good for you. But for me, no. Because the trustees that's coming in now is picking up the old trash that's here already. They don't need this. Get it straight, bring it back to us in March.
May. Everybody's saying March.
Mary Avon, 15101 Blackstone in Dalton. I have a question and a statement. Mary Avon, 15101 Blackstone, Dalton. Is Mr. Hunt the only person in finance that could have spoken to this? Is it a one-man office or?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I know that he's the one that drafted the report. I don't know if there was anybody else available in his office. So we had, somebody to be able to present it. And that's why somebody from Casperic's office is here, because at least they understand the numbers. They can compare the numbers, but they understand.
And I have a little bit of a problem with that because they're the auditors, and I would think if anything, an auditor would have gone over this and been prepared to answer our questions. That was my statement.
Well, they were just asked today because we just
And
found
that's
out
a problem
today that.
because this meeting was posted when?
Right, but Mr.
And
Hunt
Mr.
just.
Hunt took sick today?
Yep. Hello.
Hello.
To make it make sense, we should not accept even what is presented to us. Because I could have run these numbers off of a Xerox machine.
Huh.
Okay. Any additional discussion? All right, all in favor of accepting the
I'm gonna abstain.
Carmen Carlisle, 14643 Kenwood, Dalton. I just have a question. I know it's a lot of back and forth going on, but just from my understanding, I know they have these town halls every year. So next year, when they have the town hall, will it still be unaudited numbers and will it still be the same presentation? They get the unaudited information and then it'll get audited later. So it's the same every year?
Yes, and it's the requirement of the statute.
Okay.
And I mean, believe me, it would be much more preferable to have the audited reports done so we don't have so many questions and concerns when we have exact numbers, but this is meant to be a snapshot of where the administration believes things are at right now.
And the reason they do this now is because it's a state statute, so they couldn't wait until after the audit to do this process.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any additional discussion?
Not really.
Okay, all in favor of accepting the general fund report, please raise your hand.
Find out what happened if we just all say nay.
Right.
All right, you can let your paddles down. All those not in favor.
Oh, shit.
Speak on the mic.
You sound not in favor.
All those not in favor of accepting the general fund report, please raise your paddle.
Right.
We won't be able to look at later.
Thank you, you can lower your paddles.
It's a lie anyway.
Now we'll have the road and bridge fund.
I'm sorry, y'all.
They can make up anything.
The motion failed.
Is this one written by Hunt as well?
Yes, all of these reports were
Okay.
prepared by Rob Hunt.
Okay.
Sorry, I got the question every time I of walk back and walk forward, so.
Yeah.
I figured I'd clarify.
You okay?
So, the real estate tax revenue was $729,197.71. The replacement tax revenue was $25,608.59. The total investment income was $106,096.57. The total other income was $48,099.24, bringing the total road and bridge revenue to $909,002.11. The total administration department expenditures were $94,534.28. The total maintenance expenditures were $25,631.34. The total permanent road expenditures were $208,465.96, bringing the total road and bridge expenditures to $328,631.58, bringing the total net change in fund balance to $580,370.53. The total assets were $3,291,513.01. The total liabilities were $729,301.66. And then the ending fund balance was $2,562,211.35. The total cash on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $943,388.36. And the total investments on hand were $1,624,473.83. The total 2024 road and bridge fund tax levy was $883,946. And the total of the indebtedness was $37,262.45. Also, you will find on page 13 that there is a list of tools, machinery, equipment that are valued at excess of $200, listed with the description, the VIN number, and what condition these assets are.
Thank you. Is there a motion to accept the road and bridge fund as presented?
We have discussion first, no?
Motion and second and then discussion.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the road and bridge fund. Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Chicago Road. I keep saying Chicago Road. King Drive.
It's
Dalton,
always gonna be
Illinois.
Chicago.
Is there a second?
King Drive now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Dan Lee, 15249 Dante, Dalton, Illinois. For the purposes of some us getting out of here tonight, I'd like to second that motion.
Thank you. Is there any discussion?
So I would like to ask the question, in the event the residents don't accept this road and bridge, will there be any penalty to Thornton Township for anyone that we have not accepted, we voted no on?
No, there's really no penalty that I'm aware of. It would not be placed technically on file. It would still basically be a public record, but it would have a notation on there that would say not accepted on file.
No.
Annual town meeting on today's date.
Thank you.
Kiana Belcher, 742 Evans Court, Dalton, Illinois. On page 7 of 13, it has the administration expenditures, and it has salaries as $5,561.26. That's for an entire year?
I'm sorry?
That's for an entire year?
That's my understanding, it's supposed to be, yeah, that's the way it's reflected.
The salary is $5,561.26.
So that's,
I don't know if that includes the pay for the highway commissioner himself, or if that's somewhere reflected maybe in the general fund. But yeah, that is what was presented by Director.
Okay, thank you.
Nate Fields, South Holland, Illinois, 15475 Merrill Avenue. The question that was asked, if we don't approve the numbers, it won't show on public record, but you said that it will show on some public record with a notation, right?
So under the Local Records Act, the township is required to keep certain public records until they're allowed to destroy them pursuant to certain requests and provisions that are found in the Local Records Act. And this would still be considered a public record. It would just have a notation on it that was not accepted on file at today's annual town meeting.
Okay, so if it's gonna appear on public record anyway, will we be able to search this information up as normal if we were to not vote on it today? If it's a public, if we're voting for it to appear on public record and we're not voting as well, will it still appear as if we were going to search for it, just like any other record, even if we don't pass it today? You see what I'm saying?
In my opinion, it would still be a FOIable document. It's also currently on the township's website as a township record, so I don't see why it would not be.
Okay, because I'm just concerned that we won't be able to search it later as we would anything else. That means that the new administration will be able to come in and rearrange the numbers if we can't find what we're looking for. Of course, we can always FOIA it. Of course, we don't know if we're gonna get it, but, you know, I just think it'd be feasible if we're able to search it just like any other record. But I wanted to make sure it's clear that the residents can see what we had in 2024, at least what we went through up until 2025 versus what it's gonna be for the remainder of this next year coming in.
Thank you. Is there any additional discussion?
what we have in the packet is the same thing that would be online, right?
Yeah, so the question was, what you guys have in the packet, is that the same thing that's online? And the answer is yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of accepting the Road and Bridge Fund report as presented, please raise your hand.
Oh, we don't need to accept it. I don't want to
It don't
accept
matter
it.
if we accept it or not. It's just the act.
Mhm.
At least we can find what we're looking for. We do this today. Instead of going through 4 years.
Right, it doesn't matter.
All those opposed to accepting the Road and Bridge Fund, please raise your paddles nice and high.
Opposed. The yeas have it.
7 days. How much is that? Let me pull that up. Hold on a second.
I'll go with them too.
You up?
What?
Which one you doing?
I said nay. I'm sorry. I apologize. It really don't matter because
Motion
they
carries.
inflated numbers anyway.
All right. The next item is a motion to place a referendum question on the March 17, 2026 primary election ballot. The proposed question reads as follows. Shall the state of Illinois, which has the second highest property taxes in the nation, deliver annual property tax rebates to the more than 3 million residential property taxpayers in Illinois?
Can't hear you
clearly. Sorry. I'll start over.
Yes.
The next item is a motion to place a referendum question on the March 17, 2026 primary election ballot. The proposed question reads as follows: shall the state of Illinois, which has the second highest property taxes in the nation, deliver annual property tax rebates to the more than 3 million residential property taxpayers in Illinois, as provided for in the Illinois Property Tax Relief Fund Act of 2019? Is there a motion to approve the placement of this question on the ballot?
And if I may also, just to give a little bit of background before we get the motion, this is an advisory question, and which means that it's not binding, but it's basically polling the residents. If it gets on the ballot, it's polling the residents to say, do you agree with this or do you not agree with this? And in addition to that, the way, just so everybody understands, the way that this got placed on the agenda, the way that got placed on the agenda was a document with a request for this question to be on the agenda was signed by 15 or more electors of the township.
Casey Nesbitt, 15125 Ashland, Harvey, Illinois. I move that we place this referendum on the ballot.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801, Martin Luther King, Dalton, Illinois. I second that motion.
Got it.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
No discussion?
If there's no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries.
We here.
We spend it all in one place.
Right.
Look at that Lexus.
There's nothing to discuss in regards to the resolution to dispose of personal property, so we will skip that item.
And just to be clear, there is no resolution. No resolution for the disposal.
The disposal of personal property.
Can we talk about it?
There's no
Oh,
resolution.
so we can't have discussion?
There's nothing put in.
Oh,
there's
so
nothing
they're
put
gonna-
in it.
they're gonna-
There's no proposal right now from.
They're not
Oh,
trying to do
okay,
it.
okay.
Dispose of property,
Yeah,
so
they're not
there's no
trying to.
resolution.
So they're not gonna,
There's no action needed on that whatsoever.
they're just gonna dispose it?
No, there's nothing to
Under
dispose.
law, you can't
Oh,
just
they're not.
dispose of property.
Okay,
without going
okay.
through, you have to
That's
approve
all.
a resolution.
Okay.
So what we're saying is that there is no property that the township officials, the current township officials are seeking to dispose of, so
Okay.
there is no resolution. So
Okay.
that, we put that on generally as a placeholder because the agenda has to be approved so far in advance.
Okay,
So there is nothing for that item. That's why that item is being skipped.
okay. But them bikes nice, huh?
Okay, we'll now schedule the next annual township meeting. Is there a motion to schedule the 2026 annual township meeting for Tuesday, April 14th, 2026 at 6:00 p.m.?
Yay.
We need a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we schedule the next town hall meeting for the date that you stated.
Tuesday, April 14th, 2026.
Natalie Gilbert, 630 East 144th Place, Dalton, Illinois, and I do second that motion.
Emotion.
Secondary motion. That's my song.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries.
Woo woo.
So we now open the floor for public comments. Please approach the microphone, state your name, and please try to limit your remarks to 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
I got nothing to say.
Are you going off the
And
sheet?
also, just to let everyone know, there is, after this meeting, there is another meeting at 7 PM. That's the regular board meeting. And there will also be a public comment period during the regular board meeting as well.
You say sign here, or I can walk up?
No.
You just walk up.
Just come on up now.
All right.
Take your name.
My name is Naomi Lopresto. My name is Naomi Lopresto, the 667 N Dalton. I'm not.
No.
Get close to
Just a
it.
little closer to the mic.
Get
Yeah.
personal.
Now just get a little closer.
Oh, okay. Am I personal now?
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
I walked in probably at the end of this, but I want to know why did you agree on the Department of Youth Services? Isn't that supposed to be Kamal's, little area? So why did everybody vote yes for that?
Okay, so we can.
She wanted to know why we voted yes. I want to know why we voted, why didn't no one question about Department of Youth Services?
That was already a department before he came in.
Right. It's still
And it
gonna be a
already had
department.
budget.
So those are inflated numbers, basically. And,
So when we come back April, whatever that is, this is gonna change, it won't be the same?
next year.
Next year?
So next year, there'll be a whole nother report that'll be similar to this. It'll be unaudited. It'll be different numbers, obviously, because it'll be different things that may have happened, different administration. They may cut certain things, they may add certain things. So the report will be similar in form, possibly, but different in content.
Well, I want you to let you know, you got away real good this time.
I'm sorry?
Y'all got away real good this time. That's what I said, y'all got away real good this time. Because I don't know the numbers from last year to compare to this year, for one thing. Next of all, I hope next year that everything be more in order. Do not come presenting us with stuff that you have not looked at. We are not in a candy store. You are not going to continue to come do it. And I pray that you're not here next time.
Whoa.
You need to be gone.
She's talking about Robert.
Oh,
She don't know who she should be talking, but she directing towards whoever is in charge of that.
Anybody else got a comment?
Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Okay. And And I'm with Sharon Carter, 16301 Kenwood, and I second it.
There we go.
Y'all did good. Aye.
Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned.
Yeah.
Everybody stay for the second.
I know, right?
That's when you can beat up people.
Right, that's the real question. That's why I ain't asked one.
Child, y'all got me muting because I was typing. Okay, so the next meeting is the township meeting. We got these numbers being read, not to be accepted as law, but because these are unaudited numbers. We have these. Y'all can't hear me still? Can y'all hear me still? Hello? Y'all can hear me now? I hope y'all can hear me. We have these numbers being read into record to say that these reports have been prepared, right? And these are the numbers that the department is putting out. Because they accepted them, didn't mean that they accepted them as the numbers. It just meant that at this particular meeting, these are the numbers that are being read. These are the numbers that they have. And yeah, we're going to accept that these are the numbers that they are saying. Not that we believe them. But for me, I'm going to go back through this video and I'm going to listen to these numbers because they sound off to me just by what I know. CL Smooth, hey SP, I'm in the parking lot and Tiffany left the building. She left? Oh, wow. So she's not going to be at the second meeting. Who are the trustees taking pictures with? Look like Dane Placco, they taking pictures with him. Yeah, and everything's already been paid. These are just numbers, that they are putting out. Hey, how you doing? Nope, not even. Thank you for popping in. Is that the mayor of Calumet City? The mayor of Calumet City is Thaddeus Jones. So no, I think that they were taking pictures with Dane Placco. Look like to me. That's what it looked like to me. Yeah, she was in the building, but they're saying that CL Smooth said he outside and that she left. Let me see. Let me see if I can find out who they was taking pictures with. I'll find out. But I think it looked like Dane Placco to me. Or who is that? This may be somebody else. Hold on, let me see. Pat Quinn. Oh, Lord. Okay. So I understand why Pat is there. Pat is there because he is sponsoring a bill and it's about corruption. It's about and corruption, and he's also behind that recall bill, the bill to make it easier to recall a politician. And you all do know that Pat Quinn knows Lil Stank, right? Y'all know that, right? Lil Stank used to work in Springfield with Pat Quinn on one of his programs that he had when he was governor of Illinois. Did y'all know that? Mm-hmm. They was here when I pulled up, but I came out to charge my phone and they gone. Oh, she left Darlene all by herself. I bet you she don't even know. I bet you Darlene don't even know. Gonna have to be a part of the playback group. Okay. Yeah, Pat Quinn. He knows Lil Stank. I don't know if y'all know that. Maybe what if he was in the back upstairs talking to Lil Stank? Thank you, Reality Check TV, for the super chat. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, I wouldn't be excited about him because he was supposed to be the first. He was supposed to be the first true non-corrupt governor of Illinois, and that didn't work out either. Do y'all know that? Okay. I mean, we can talk about it sometime if y'all want to. Thank you, Anissa Starks. I appreciate you for the super chat. I'll try not to hold that against him. Okay, well, he is now trying to be a proponent of bills to eradicate Illinois of corruption. If you ask me, he is going to try to gear up to run for governor of Illinois again. And that's if you ask me. But he is putting forth or championing these bills to get rid of corruption in Illinois, and he's really putting pressure on J.B. Pritzker to look at them, sign them, and get them off his desk. Yeah, if he's in the township, he's strictly here campaigning. If you ask me, I wouldn't be falling for it because he was supposed to be the first non-corrupt governor of Illinois, and that did not work out. That's not what happened. And so he also is behind the new recall legislation that they're trying to pass as well, to make it easier for you to recall a politician or a sitting politician, a mayor, a senator, a representative, or whatever. So that's if you ask me. He there campaigning. Period. The IT guy that don't know nothing, but he got that thing is back on the agenda. I don't know who put it there. I wonder what he gonna say this time about it. He's got my vote, but Mayor Johnson in his place. Yeah, I don't. I'm not voting for Pat Quinn. If for governor, I'm not voting for him for governor either, because when he sat in that seat, he was supposed to be the person to eradicate corruption in Illinois, and it did not happen. Absolutely did not. He got caught up in something himself. But anyway, absolutely did. See us move. Fell right to some corruption. We can talk about it if y'all want to. Oh, hey, thank you, Tracy K, for the super chat. Yeah, I don't mind doing this. Tomorrow's live is going to be even more interesting. We have part 2 of Band with the Scarecrow and the Tin Man. Because if he gonna double down on the yellow journalism, I'm gonna double down on the truth. And we got some more to talk about when it comes to that. Chris is talking to Darlene. He reminded her where she is. I'm dead. I bet you she don't know Lil Stank left. Now she gonna try to be nice to Chris. Watch. Ellie and Ness couldn't do it. Darlene ain't gonna have nothing to say tonight, but she gonna be yes and amen, because that's all she know. Did they have an agenda for this meeting? Yes. Yes, they did. There is no old business. There is new business. This is the agenda for this meeting. They're going to have, pledge of allegiance, roll call, public comment, acceptance of the minutes, approval of the bills, no old business, new businesses, the motion for the Township Association conference, which they talked about at the last meeting. This IT request thing is up here again, and nobody knows who put it on there. And then they're going to go to closed session and talk about all of these things: real property, litigation, compensation, dismissal, security measures, and then they'll come out and tell you what they did as far as that's concerned. Let's see. I think they're about to start again, or at least they should be about to start again.
Her car here.
Okay, Javar, you want to know about it? I'll tell you about it on the next live that I'm going to do, which is Wednesday night. I'll tell you about it before I start the Tin Man and the Scarecrow. Darling got her mask off. She needs to get off that school board while she got that mask off. She needs to get off that school board.
Maybe she cleaning out her office.
Want to bet Darlene will leave once she figures out. Yeah, she gonna leave early. Ain't no door she can go out of, so she gonna have to go off to the side. Chris gonna have to explain a lot of stuff to her, because how many meetings did she miss? You know how many meetings she missed? A lot of them. Reality Check TV. I thought you was gonna be at the meeting tonight. What happened? You okay? Weak wall is coming. Now, y'all. I do not like Donnie, but I'm still a masker at work. You should be a masker at work, especially if you gotta talk to people all the time. I would be a masker too. Ain't no poor Darlene BLK Homer. She know what she done. Did she get a new wig? I think it's terrible that little stank didn't get her no new wig or nothing. That's crazy. Black Pearl, did I speak to you? Good evening. I'm saying, Kenny, that's the only right thing she should do. Maybe she watched it, Foxy to Roxy. Yeah, that's terrible. She ever get that lady on the wig that like they not friends. Empty seat next to the attorney. That would be little stank seat. I want to say thank you to all my mods. Note not even Justin Thompson, Foxy to Roxy, Shanita Lanier, and Golfer. Thank you guys. You talking about me? You talking about me hook her up? No, sir. No, ma'am. No ham. No Pam. No. Okay, y'all. I just found out something. I just
Hey, how
found
you
out
doing?
that Pat Quinn was in the building because he was behind the tax
So you just
question
walked in the building.
on the agenda.
I ain't good with the Zoom and stuff.
Black
Say
Pearl,
Robin
thank you
Tiffany
so
Trump.
much. That is hilarious to read y'all comments after it happened. I'm almost like when I'm seeing the comments now, I'm like, what is happening? What did I do? Child, I don't be remembering that stuff. But then I was like, oh, okay. No worries. She just
That's definitely him.
relieved that. Tiff. Okay, reality check TV. Well, don't work too hard. You take a break, all them fumes. Lord, here come another piece of mess. Oh my God. Yeah, he definitely was. Yeah, them charges. Dodge them charges. A mess. Anywho, that's why Pat Quinn was there. He's been doing a lot of uh bill talking and promoting in the General Assembly. I'm gonna tell you all some things. I'm gonna just tell you guys in the next coming lives too. Uh, because this fight is winding down and this fight is pretty much over. You guys want to know what you can do from home to continue to participate in your government. There is something that you can do from home, and I'm going to tell you what it is. I'll tell you in a different live, though.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to call the meeting of the Board of Trustees to order. It is April 8th, 2025. The time is 7:27. I will call the roll. Trustee Gonzalez.
Present.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Present. Trustee Wiedemann. Present. Supervisor Henry. Can we please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance? And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Chris Gonzalez as the supervisor pro tem.
Second.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry? Motion passed.
Uh-oh, Darlene voted for him. Shut up.
Right, thank you. Next on the agenda, we have public comments.
First is it Janelle Taylor?
She was just right here. I think she went to the bathroom or something. Oh, okay.
Remember, you have 3 minutes.
Janelle Taylor, South Holland. I have a personal complaint. I'm old and I wear hearing aids. And there's a whole house between here and where you all are. Why are we back so far? We're not gonna bother you. Those scenes are over. And we trying to be a little closer because you could put a whole family could live in this space. I can't hear well. And I'd like to be a little closer. So that's my personal complaint.
Okay.
Thank you. Vivian Allen?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, status quo.
I'm sorry. Messing up.
Hello, everyone. Sorry. Just wanted to say first, congratulations to the trustees for the race. You guys winning. Hopefully we'll be able to get back our township like we took our village back in Dalton. Want to congratulate everyone that is new in their role. And just a little disappointed that I saw Tiffany's car outside. And again, she's a no-show. It's just pathetic at this point. She's like a total embarrassment to us, but I'm just glad that you guys are still willing to do the business despite of her actually coming in here and doing her job. So thank you guys. Yes, and thank everyone for voting.
Mr. Al Kendall?
Taking this back.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you for giving me a small amount of your time. My name is Adolphus Al Kendall, representing Cook County Board President Tony Freckwinkle. My number is 313-434-3851, 313-434-3851. So the information that I'm giving out, if you want it, text me, show me the money, and I will text you back the information. All of it I won't be able to share now, so you should probably just send me a text. I'll send it to you. For those who don't know, on the 15th, we have a hospitality hires, of which we're gonna have about 70 employers that are hiring on the spot. It's not just jobs, it's about careers, and so they train people in various 5 different careers that will help you to, you got a crumb snatcher at home and you need to, try and uplift them, bring them around. This is a great opportunity. We have one program that's being organized by our Elevate program. One is that assists people with water. One is that assists daycare centers with lead abatement at their facility, so it doesn't cost them any money at all. And then the last one, operated by Elevate, it assists homes with water assistance and renovations in the homes. So those are the 3 ones. I wanted to just give you a brief summary. And if you send me a text, I'll send you the details where you can go and to apply. Of course, we had a Justice Advisory Council grant, which was $30 million. $20 million is for intervention, working with youth in the community, and another 10 million is for wraparound services for those who've been the victims of gun violence in the community, and organizations and others can apply. Those are some of the programs that President Preckwinkle and the county board and your commissioner in this area, Mrs. McCaskill, and others have worked to provide those dollars. There was ARPA grants, and I look forward to those that will send me a text, and I'll give you that information as well as others. So thanks for just giving me a few moments of your time.
Thank you.
313-434-3851. 313-434-3851. I'll send you the links as well as giving you other information. President Preckwinkle has a radio show. It is the third Sunday of each month. So this Sunday, April the 20th, from 7 to 8 a.m. on WCPT channel 820.
And you said text what so they know? Show me the money. Okay.
Show me the money. 313-434-3851. And the president has a radio show every third Sunday on WCPT 820 called First Take It Daybreak. So she's there every third Sunday giving information, and I'm there every other Sunday that she's not there. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, next on the agenda, we have approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve minutes of the board meeting held on March 25th, 2025 at 6 p.m.?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the March 25th meeting.
Second.
Right, any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Superintendent Gonzalez?
Yes.
Supervisor Tim Gonzalez? Supervisor Hill? Motion passed.
Right. Next is approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve approval of bills? Sorry. Is there a motion to approve the general fund bills?
I would like to make an amended motion to pay the bills excluding item 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112. Those are for events that the board didn't approve or hasn't happened yet. Also for 113, 114, and 115. So I make a motion to pay the bills excluding those numbers I mentioned.
I'll second.
There's a motion and second. Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Right. Next, we have approval of the bills for the General Assistance Fund. Is there a motion to approve?
So I would like to make a motion to approve the bills excluding items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, asking that we would permanently remove those items. They have been placed on the agenda before, but they weren't in compliance with the image ordinance, and that's why they were moved to begin with. So I'm asking that we would exclude those bills and permanently remove those from the bill list and pay the remaining bills.
I'll second.
There's a motion and second. Any discussion? All right, call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Right, next, under approval of bills, we have approval of road and bridge fund bills. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve road and bridge.
Second.
All right, there's a motion and second. Any discussion? All right, call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Right. Next, we have old business. I don't believe there's anything under old business, correct? Right, and next we have resolutions, proclamations, and ordinances. I don't believe we have anything under there either, correct? Next on the agenda, we have new business. Item A, motion to approve the Illinois Township Association of General Assistance Caseworkers Conference registration fee, overnight hotel accommodation, and stipend for food and gas for possibly 3 caseworkers. 1 caseworker who sits on the board of the ITA GAC will stay 2 nights. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Right, there's a motion and second. Any discussion? Right, call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, item B under new business, request for proposal for IT services. Is there a motion? There be no motion.
If there's no motion, then you just pass on to the next item.
All right, so there be no motion, we'll be moving on. Next on the agenda is closed session. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
Yes, I'll make a motion to go into closed session to discuss the hiring, discipline, performance, compensation, and dismissal of certain personnel, legal counsel, acquisition of real property, matters pending, probable or imminent litigation pursuant to section 2C1, 2C5, and 2C11 of the Open Meeting Act. Also to discuss security procedures, school building safety and security, and the use of personnel and equipment to respond to an actual, a threatened, or a reasonably potential danger to the safety of employees, students, staff, the public, or public property pursuant to the section 2C8 of the Open Meetings Act. I'll second.
All right, there's a motion and second. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed. 7:41, we're going to closed session.
Closed session it is. Jesus. I gotta go to my car. Yeah, Stephanie. Stephanie, do you have an extra bottle of water? Y'all leaving? Oh,
I
okay.
just came out of, I never been doing that meeting. Just wanted to see how it was done.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
just dog information.
Right. Let's see how next year goes.
I know when you don't hear whatever that thing, there's a lot you can change when you do a public hearing like that. There's a lot of things right here. That annual town meeting, you can change a lot of that in if you want to, we can tell the person what you want.
Right.
That's, because we are the collective body.
Yeah.
That's what that means. They have to show you that.
Next year, we definitely need to make sure
So you
that
see what it says, you have an annual, you have the power to.
Mhm.
You can change all that, you can change whatever you want on that. You gotta make a motion, somebody second it, they gotta record it, and then the next time, so they can come down. We got that time.
That's good to know.
The reason they getting over on that, what they did right there, because Frank did that stuff a long time ago.
Yeah.
Frank had the meetings after they did the audit.
Absolutely.
You know why? I sit on the school board, because you have to show that you showed the public.
Yeah.
And then all you
And
gonna
even
do-
if it's inflated numbers, they still sound numbers.
Yeah, they show the public.
That's all you.
At the end of the day, it's all you see that signature. You have a public hearing, like you said, disposal of equipment. If they want to sell one of Township buses, they gotta come tell us.
Yeah.
Because we did it in 152, and the board president bought a brand new Ford Blaze, Chevy Blazer for $1.
Yeah. But that's ridiculous.
But they didn't tell us they was selling. They said it was
No.
for 200, 300.
Yeah, because they don't want nobody else to buy it. They're trying to
And she got it for $1 after we all left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
If you can survive Harvard 152 school board, you can survive anybody. They so. I mean, really, I wouldn't have read one time and said, let's teach our kids Spanish from kindergarten to 3rd grade.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
My children was calling me. Let's see what we doing.
I mean, the babies is your mind.
Okay, let's see what y'all talking about. I noticed the lawyer got quiet after she was checked. Yeah, because Tiffany don't do well with conflict. So Darlene shows up, yeah. Little stank, I know that's right. For her last meeting, why though? I wonder. Darlene was told to show up or lose her pay. I don't know. I don't think they would threaten her like that because they don't care. They got a quorum without her. Of course, Darlene had to show up. I am assuming she is Tiffany's eyes and ears in that last closed session. That's what I would assume too, cynical stuff. Be okay, the lawyer is so happy to be done. Yeah, they're going to probably, NAPO will probably get rid of them and hire Olderson, Sturk, and McGrath back. Not that he have to hire Olderson. There are so many other law firms that municipalities can hire. So they do have other options. Yeah. I know that's right, child. These people don't care over here. If I got to be on the broadcast, they don't care. Hey, Monica. Eric, the lawyer, was the first. I got a funny video coming about Eric. I'm going to miss him so. Hilarious, okay? Hilarious. But I do have a hilarious video coming about him. Let's talk about, let me see. Hi there, lovely. Oh, okay. Hey, let's talk about what is going on in closed session. I know something. Of course, I always know something that you all don't know, that I wish I could tell you, but I can't tell you right now. But when I am able to tell you, I will tell you immediately. Okay? Immediately. As soon as I'm released, I will tell you. Yeah, Kenneth Dawkins. I might have to go into closed sessions with my members only to be able to tell you. Maybe. I don't know. Darlene, if you think you're going to be voting yes, you could keep your pay or keep your seat for your campaign for the school board. You are terribly and mistaken. When her time comes, yeah, she's going to be out. SP, you're holding out on me. Definitely on this one. I was sworn to secrecy. And I will never break it. Okay. I think Eric was just indifferent. He was just like, I'm just going to be here and get it done. That's all. So tomorrow, you don't want to miss tomorrow's live because we have part 2 of Cornell Darden and Dalton Politics and the 10 Man over there in Tinley Park. So you definitely don't want to miss that tomorrow because we will be connecting some more issues, some more things, right? We're going to be looking at some stuff, right? Okay. In real time, because I don't want anybody to say that I'm doing something out of my feelings and that I'm making things up or I just produce something, right? So we're going to do a few things in real time, but just like we did last time, so that you know I'm not making anything up. Okay? And I can see why they call him the machine. That man sees nothing but green bars. Okay? SP, I will be unable to post your live tomorrow on DP. You don't have to, and it's fine because nobody is able to post my name or anything. Not even, you can't even ask a question. That is very Trump administration like. If I do say so myself. But it's of no consequence because I gave you 24 hours to correct your mistake and you didn't respond. And so, this is what you get for not responding. As we all read, you double down on the yellow journalism. So I'm going to double down on the truth and we're going to see who's going to win this battle. So, Jody, it's okay because I'm telling you right now that that person only started that group for their own personal gain, allegedly. If you ask me, this person has a newspaper, right? So you would start a group like this so that you could get information out of there for your little rag, mag, tag, bag, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah. You a witness to what, Kenneth Dawkins? We are flooding DP with your name free. I know that's right. Thank you, BLK Homer, and I want y'all to keep doing it because let me tell you, that person is now calling people. Don't call nobody. You don't need to call anybody. If you want to call somebody, you want to contact somebody, my email is stewedupforthet, the number 4the @gmail.com. This is who you got to deal with. You should deal directly with me because I never did anything to you or your little group or no one in there. But for me, yeah, I'm okay. Because I know what to do. See, what you didn't know was you bothered somebody who had a platform. See, because your need for greed exceeded your need for justice, right? For your need to understand what was happening. And so since that was your need for greed, yeah, now you're going to sit in the seat of the scornful because I'm on my platform. That's why. Ken Dawkins, don't worry about it. I'm safe so far, but blocked on the mayor's. Well, she no longer the mayor, so I didn't see you post anything contra. Never have I ever. Only facts over here. Oh. Child. I don't know what happened because, again, I cannot see y'all comments because somebody, I guarantee y'all, can y'all see my comments? Because I can't see your comments in, I'm going to type hello in here. I have no idea what is happening to my. Y'all cannot, again, y'all cannot comment because all of my comments are gone now. Okay, let me see. You see my hello? Jody, can you type in the chat? I don't see anything. We can comment. I can't see anything though. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now I can see our comments again. See, people be messing with my live. I'm telling you. Don't get upset with me. Get upset with what you did. Okay? All right. Get upset with what you did. I didn't do anything. Be upset with what you did to me. Okay, we back. Thank you. Boy, I'm telling you, people are staying and messing with me. That's okay. That is okay because we are going to get to the bottom of some more stuff on tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another enlightening day here on All in the Queue. Someone told me, right? Let me tell y'all what somebody told me. Somebody told me that I should do a video with less emotions and more facts. I'm going to give you facts and emotions because that's who I am. And when you offend me, I'm offended. And I'm a real person. So, just want to put that out there. That we will do tomorrow. I won't be as upset tomorrow. But we're going to talk about some things. Some facts. I'm going to show all facts again. Okay? Enrique, nobody's getting fired. They're actually getting an update on litigation because remember they asked that they be updated on current litigation that the township is involved in. They also have what should I say? They also have litigation that they're involved in, so they're talking about that. Okay, I'm just saying, Dave Bryson, I don't bother anybody. Thank you. I respond, right? You respond. You don't react. Best communication form. Thank you. Someone telling you how to run your... Okay. I mean, it is what it is. People do it all the time, actually. Unbeknownst to y'all, people do it all the time. When I first started this, people would email me. People would email me and tell me I should stop doing this. I should stop doing that. I should do things this way. I get emails like that all the time. All the time. It's common over here. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, you do truth. Don't stop being who you are. I would never stop that because that's all I have at the end of the day. If you want the truth, you're going to get it from over here. Because that's all I got to give you. And I do come with the receipts. I got some recipes. I could do all of it. I'm Chef Curry with the pots. Don't you worry about that. Chef Curry with the pots. I'm coming with it. Okay? Well, tomorrow I'll be a lot more calmer because when I presented that topic the first time, I was very pissed off. Because I felt like I was being attacked, unwarranted, right? And that this person had no moral compass to do such a deplorable thing to somebody that they were asked to do it to. We, your goons, let us handle it. I'm going to let you handle it, George Brewer. I'm going to let you handle it. Thank you, George Brewer. I haven't seen you in a while. Man, are you okay? You good? Man, George Brewer, I really want to say thank you because when I first started this my channel, you were on when I first started, and you watched me a lot and encouraged me then, and thank you so much. Okay. Anissa, you say you got both of your canes ready. Okay, come on with it. But tomorrow I'll be a lot more calmer because I'm in a place of, okay, you did what you did, so I'm gonna do what I do. And tomorrow we're gonna get even more clarity on this situation. And if you decide to stay in Dalton politics, I feel like that's fine. I just feel like be careful how you move, what you say, what you post, because just don't forget that that person is yellow journalism, which we read. So, just be careful because they're looking for something to be able to post on their pages. We're gonna do a lot of, we're gonna do some interactive investigating tomorrow too. Just got back from the Virgin Islands. You're welcome. Oh, come on, Virgin Islands. I know you got a nice old tan. Why you ain't take me? Why you didn't take me? I like the Virgin Islands. Ain't that what they say? Child, I like the Virgin Islands. Well, when they come back from executive session, this should go very quickly as far as them telling what happened, or I think it's they'll be voting on whatever or something, or they'll possibly tell you if they need to tell you something from executive session. And then that'll be that. We also are going to start Kankakee. I have been, because super producer has a lot of irons in the fire. I do a lot of investigating. Once I put my kids in school, they doing work and I'm doing work too. So we need to start getting into Kankakee because that mayor got reelected, and our first question to the Inspector General of Illinois is going to be, why could we not find the real-time results, the hour-by-hour results on the Kankakee County website? Do you all remember that? Do you all remember that night when we were looking up all the results and I went to the Kankakee website and the mayor race was not there? The alderman race was there, but the mayor race was not there. And we ended up having to go to Shaw Local to get the results. I'm still confused about why that happened or had to happen or did happen. So I'm going to be asking the question to the Illinois Inspector General by sending a clip of my video from where we were looking for the real-time results. And I still don't think that the results are listed on the website. But we are going to get into Kankakee. And we are going to have some people on the platform to talk with you about their experience and what happened. It's pretty disturbing to me what did happen, what did occur. And just wow. Yeah, when you see this is something to see. Once I gather it all together and be able to present it, Wednesday night, tomorrow night, we have that one live already set up. Thursday, I may take that day to get all of the Kankakee stuff together to present. And then Friday, we'll have that live. And then Saturday, we may have something else. There's a few things that we need to get into and go over. SP, it was being posted in a private group page on Facebook. Child, listen to me. But we couldn't find it on the website. I just want to agree that we couldn't find it. The firefighters are great. I'll be cooking for them after Jason House gets inaugurated into his seat. So I will start doing that. But they're doing good. I still have a few more items on their wish list that I need to get. I need to get some magnetic dry erase. It's a magnetic dry erase like film. There is a mailbox that I need to get for them. One of those parachutes for the kids. They're going to use that to mimic smoke and have the kids crawl underneath to show them that they need to stay low and get low from the smoke if there's smoke ever in their home. So I have a few more items that I need to purchase. So you buying the parachute? Okay, well, let me know. You need a list again? Okay, I'll send it to you. And so there's a few more things, and then I need to get some cork squares for one group, the seniors, and I'm getting the t-shirt launcher for the firefighters for the Dalton Bears games. Thank you, George Brewer, for the 1999 super chat. I really appreciate that. That will go to getting some more items for the firefighters. I do so many things with the super chats that you all send. I'm so grateful for them. I just purchase things for this channel, or I purchase things for the firefighters. Those two things bring me happiness. Oh, besides for my children. But that's what I end up doing with them. Okay, so they still not back yet. And so George Brewer, I thank you here from All in the Queue. Thank you so much. And so the firefighters are great. I talk to Adam. And if not every day, every other day, I talk to him. And so all of the other firefighters are good. Dalton, if you haven't gotten your smoke detectors installed and you need new smoke detectors, please contact, it was told last night to contact Kiana Belcher, or you can contact Interim Chief Calhoun, or you can tell me, send me an email and I will get it to Adam, and he will do what he needs to do as far as that's concerned. But you can contact Kiana Belcher or Interim Chief Calhoun. You can stop by any one of the firehouses. Don't forget they have games at the firehouse. So you can stop by at any one of the firehouses and talk with them and get your smoke detectors visit set up as well. So don't forget about those things for Dalton. Okay, lots of things going to be going on in Dalton. They got lots of activities planned. You guys should participate in all of the ones that you can. If you want to know what they are, go to my video from last night and fast forward. It's right at the beginning a little bit where they give announcements, and they make all types of announcements about things that's going on. I think they got the Chicago Sky game coming up. They have I think Trustee Tammy Brown is working with some sort of millennial solar or something like that program. It's an apprenticeship program. Hey, SP, is Stank doing any more bingos? I could use a new TV. George Brewer, listen, bingos is over, and they took it permanently off of the agenda, so she cannot put it back on ever. So that is over, and I doubt that little stank will be coming back to be seen in any capacity at the township or in Dalton. So, you know, I will have to find you another way to get a TV. We're gonna have to find you another way, George Brewer, to get a TV. That's hilarious. We're just waiting for them to come out of executive session. Hold on. So right now, the things that I have working are Tinley Park and Kankakee. I hope that you all decide to tune in to these things. I hope if you have people who live in Tinley Park and Kankakee or even anywhere that you share this platform with them and tell them to tune in, whether it be to specific videos or just to tune in the platform in general. To all of the members of this channel, I hope that you have, at the last bingo, she told the seniors that the last bingo is going to be the biggest ever. It must be with her own money because they took them things off. I wonder when she going to put it on the website, if they let her put it on the website. There's one somewhere at the township with a tiny dent in it. If you are okay with that, contact Crigley. I'm done. If you are a member of this channel and you need to check the posts, there is a private Facebook group that you may or may not want to be a part of. But the link is there. There are questions that you have to answer, but in your first question, you just need to put your YouTube name that you go by. Just say, I'm a member of All in the Q's channel and my membership name is, and then I'm going to go look for you, and then I'm going to allow you into the group. Hey, Mr. Troy, how are you? I hope you're good. I'm going to keep an eye on when they come back. So if you are a member, make sure that you have done that. We are going to be doing some things in that private group. I hope to be doing some trainings in there on FOIs, on how to do FOIs properly, or at least effectively enough to get an answer from what I have done, from some of the FOIs that I have done and am doing. Turn it on and beat the Bojangles me. And, you know, just there's loads of people in there with lots of information. And so we will be in there exchanging information, looking into things, posting things that you can access and read. I'm not too keen on like sharing things out of the group unless we agree that it can be shared or it needs to be shared out of the group. Come on, Woody. What happened to Minion and he been missing in action? I have no idea, Kamal. I really haven't spoken to Minion, so I don't know. I have no idea. I wish I could tell you. Whatever, you know, is happening or going on, I wish that he, you know, I hope that he's well. But I don't know because I haven't really spoken to him. I've been busy in my own self, but I haven't spoken to him, so I don't know. Maybe if you go to one of his videos and you leave a message, maybe he will reply. I don't know. And I don't want to speak for him because I don't know. I also cannot wait to share with you guys about what you can do from home. I don't know if every state can do it, but Illinois can. But I'm good with him. I'm good with him. I don't, I can't speak for him about him being good with me, but I'm good with him. I'm fine. But I haven't spoken to him to know if I'm good or if I'm not. But I'm good with him. I don't have anything negative to say about him. I hope he's doing well. Yeah. Is Andrew still being investigated? As far as I know, he still has an open SA case. I don't know when that's to be heard, but because I just have not been following him in that situation, because once Jason takes the seat, that situation will probably be addressed. And then he'll be probably, since he hasn't shown up, I don't know what action they will decide to take. But once whatever action they do decide to take, Jason will be able to appoint someone to the seat. So we'll see what he decides, or what the trustees decide once that happens. There's going to be a lot of shuffling going on, because Jason will shuffle to the mayor's seat. Steve will shuffle to Jason's seat, and then everything will be filled minus Andrew Holmes. So whatever they decide to do about Andrew Holmes, which that will still have to go through the courts if they do something about it. I don't know when his term is up. Maybe his term is up the same time as Tammy. So she has this year and possibly next year to go. And so, yeah. So if they do anything about Andrew, it would have to be legally. And they could either speak to his attendance for them removing him from his seat, or put him on administrative leave because of this pending case or litigation that he has going on. Did he go to jail for something? I haven't heard him going to jail for anything. Like I said, he has a pending SA case. I do know that. But I hadn't heard him going to jail for anything. But like I said, I haven't been looking into that particular topic. Can I? I could. I can look around and maybe see what I find, and put my ear to the ground and see, what's happening. Vivian is talking to Cab Calloway. Y'all want to hear it? Y'all want to hear it? Here you go. Let me see.
See there? Yes, I definitely would come on your show. So I'm gonna text you, and then we can definitely go from there. But this walk is very important to me, so I would love to talk about it on your show as well.
When is it?
The walk is August 10th, but I'm doing fundraising now. I'm trying to get it out to the masses that I am doing a fundraising effort, because I want to raise my own money for this walk.
That's what I thought, K-Mac.
Free to the community.
That's what I thought, K-Mac, because I knew they came in at the same time. So we shall see what Jason and the other trustees decide to do. They're in so much current litigation right now with all of the cases that Lil Stank had the village involved in. I don't know if they want to add another one. I know that they have a quorum without him. That's a long time for that seat to go empty and that vote to go void. I'm sure that people are going to eventually ask that question. And so, my thing would probably be to deal with it sooner than later, and I would just add it to the litigation that we're already in, because it's not going to make a difference. But that's a question for them to deal with, because they're going to be the ones having to go back and forth to court to deal with it. And maybe he would just decide to resign. Maybe he'll decide, to resign and say, okay, I'm going to get out of the way because Lil Stank is gone and they have taken over the board. Or maybe he will ask to go on administrative leave, and that's where they'll leave it, until, because he can, those lawfully are things that can happen, so it'll be interesting to see who asked the question, what resident will be the first person to ask that question in public comment, and what the response will be. If they asked it too soon, they won't get a response because it'll be too soon, right? So I would probably say that's a question I would wait till mid-May to ask, because Jason will get sworn in, and they'll be able to, at least talk about some of those things in their next meeting, or at least put it on the agenda. It has to be put on the agenda for a discussion if they want to discuss it. So if a resident makes a comment and then they decide to put it, they will have to decide after that night to put it on the next agenda as a discussion question. Parachute order for the firefighters. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Miss Ability. Thank you. I can't wait to receive it and take it to them. As soon as that gets here, I'm going to take it to them, because I don't know. I know that they want to start doing their education in the schools when the next school year starts, because Fire Prevention Month is October. And so I'll make sure I get that right over to them. What about all the real estate they basically allegedly stole? Will that stuff get investigated? George Brewer, I'm sure that all of these things will be investigated, especially the Airbnb, since there is a no Airbnb ordinance in Dalton. I'm sure those will be investigated. I mean, there is so much to investigate that, they're going to have to prioritize, right? In order to find out, what has allegedly happened. I think the forensic audit is the first step to that, which is what Kiana put forward in last night's meeting, right? So forensic audit first, so that they can see in those departments. And I think it was, let me grab my paper because I have my paper. She told, hold on. Okay, so she told us what departments that they are really lacking information in. And so the departments that they want to forensically audit, or the scope of this forensic audit, will include the police department, the water department, the housing department. And so that would probably cover whatever real estate, you're talking about with the housing department. And I would imagine you would want to get those numbers first, and see if the village owns any property, if she bought any property on behalf of the village in the village's name. And then you could start to begin to collect some revenue by selling those properties off, or whatever, they're going to decide to do. For me, there were a lot of business licenses that were being held up. This is a lot of businesses. Dream World Furniture. Why is she holding up the kids? Community Leadership for Children and Families. That is astounding. Now you know you're diabolical when you are trying to take from the kids. Now I know exactly why she held up J World Beauty, because they wouldn't give her no free wigs. So she like, they ain't getting no license. Hey Edwin Turner, how are you? I hope they don't trust Pat. He is crooked. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, he there campaigning for something. I'm trying to tell you. Because allegedly he was supposed to start out as Illinois' first non-corrupt governor, and it didn't happen. He failed. He fell off. And we'll talk about it because Javar asked me to talk about it, and I'll tell you guys what happened and stuff. But now he is trying to be the champion of so many corruption bills, and he's also a champion of the recall laws that, you know, make it easier for you to recall a politician. Lost revenue for those businesses because of her. Yes. Lots of lost money for the village as well, not just those businesses, but the village as well, because with their business comes their tax revenue. So what happened to streets and sanitation department, Stacy? Yeah, that's the that would be the public works department. You know, Stacy has his own challenges. Maybe we'll talk about it, you know, coming shortly. I think he has his own challenges. I know that a lot of people won't stay in the positions that they're in because they're not qualified for them, right? So there's going to be a lot of changing of department heads and people in the departments. There'll be a lot of that changing around, because if we're doing transparency and we're doing, if you're not qualified, you're not at your seat, then yeah, I'm sure he won't be in his too much longer. Yeah, it is funny he shows up after Lil Stank is done. Come on, Woody, with the personal question. I forgot to put allegedly. It's okay. I'll say it for you. Allegedly. But yeah, that was a lot. I didn't expect it to be. We saw one round of the business licenses. Do you all remember that? It was like one round, and there was probably like 6. I wasn't expecting it to be this many more in Dalton, but wow. Well, some of the places were already open, like Sharks in Dalton. They were still, I think they were still operating. Just because what could they do? I'm just looking at my notes that I wrote down from last night. Let's take a look at this thing that that Mary Avant had. That Mary Avant had about St. Patrick's. You know, I'm kind of like on the fence about St. Patrick's. The building it's up in Dalton. The village definitely needs the revenue, you know, for the village from the tax, from the liquor tax, from the food tax, right? From the service tax, you know, all of that's being taxed. And so they definitely need the revenue from this business and this building. However, I think Mary Avant's, like, she's past the part about the building because it's up. Her main gripe with the building is about all of the added things that this business is bringing: trash, crime, critters, traffic, so, those are some of her concerns now. I asked the question, could there be some sort of compromise? Let me see if I can find this building, because I need to really show you guys where this building sits. Don't say anything about the clicking because I'm typing now. Okay, so they still not out of executive session yet. Okay, so I need to show you guys, and they're gonna show a street view that's old, which is wild to me. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this old street view. This is not what is there now. This is what used to be there. Okay. Yeah, light within. And there's a few issues with that. Okay. So this is what the building used to be. This is not what it looks like now. This is the old veterinarian hospital that used to be there. The veterinarian hospital owner sold the building to Kamal and Tiffany. Kamal and Tiffany sold the building to the property to the St. Patrick's. The St. Patrick's then began to build this building, which goes six stories high? I'm not sure. Three, 4 or 5. I don't know. I'll get the picture. Hold on. Let me get okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is what it used to look like. Are you guys with me so far? Okay. All right, somebody keep an eye on when they come back from executive session. But this is what the building used to look like. It used to be a veterinarian hospital. There's a gas station across the street. So this is a main highway. This is Lincoln Avenue. Okay. This is a main highway. There's a gas station there. There's that check cashing place that KP and Lil Stank was going into that day. This is it right there. Then there's another gas station. That gas station always has some sort of horrible activity there. When I rode school bus one time through there, there was a carjacking there. There was a carjacking there. And so then this here is the Dalton Bowl. And the soccer dome. You see it? So that is the soccer dome that young lady was talking about as well. And these are the fences that she was talking about that kept, like, it was like the barrier that keeps like trash out, people out of the neighborhood. On the other side of those trees is a neighborhood. So this right here is where the building is actually built. Right here where this veterinarian office or hospital used to be. On the other side, so they cleared out all of these trees. On the other side of these trees is a residence. It is a home. Car driven by at that location recently. Okay, good. So hopefully they get an updated picture of the building. So the issue is, let me tell you what the issue is for me. You see this gas station here in this brown building? There is a school, a elementary school. It is Diekman Elementary. That is, 1,500 feet from this building. Okay. Literally up the street from this building that was built here. And also, there is the Bishop Ford exit over here as well. And so, it's just all types of traffic. And the way that the road runs, if you see in this small picture here, the road it runs on a whole bunch of triangles in that area. And so I'm very concerned about the traffic. I am concerned about what time the building opens. So if they open at the school, lets out at 3. I know when I was driving school bus there, maybe by 3:15 we were pulling out of the school. However, this building opens at 4 maybe. And so, but if they're having an event and somebody has rented out the venue, it could be earlier. There is alcohol being served in this building, right? So my concern is, just any type of drinking and driving, just the activity that comes with that, right? So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Wow, I don't even know what all of that is about. Come on, Woody. You're gonna have to give me a breakdown of that. And so those are some of my concerns. Mary, and so then let me show you. Let me see if I can show you the actual building. So they were told originally that the building was only going to be, K-Mac, correct me if I'm wrong, but originally they told them that the building was only going to be 3 stories high, and the building is actually 6 stories high with a rooftop bar, with a residence that sits right. I mean, if you look over the rooftop bar, you're looking at the roof of a house, of a residence. I'm sure that the views are great from the building, like you're able to see all over Dalton and things like that. I don't doubt that. This is what it looks like on the inside, I believe. I've not been there as of yet, but this is what it looks like on the inside. And so, and I don't know if they have an agreement. So this is the building that as it looks right now. This is, I mean, it doesn't actually look like this anymore, but it's totally doesn't look like that anymore, but it's finished. But this picture here is sort of what it looks like. It's a whole bunch of glass around it, and there's a rooftop bar up there. But on this side, I believe it's this side or this side. In this picture, it's on this side. There's a residence a home that is right there. And so Mary's concerns, according to her paper, was traffic, crime, trash, and rodents. And there's not much parking for this building. I don't know what the capacity is, but there's not much parking for the building itself. It has a rather small parking lot. So, that could be an issue. People may begin to park on the street in the neighborhood because there's no real separation. And that's why I asked Mary last night on my live, could they ask them to build some sort of beautification concrete, like the ones you see on the interstate that keeps the noise from the neighborhoods that back up to these expressways? If they could build something like that around their building to keep the noise for one, and maybe keep the trash for two, and then to keep unwanted people from coming into the neighborhood. So that's what I asked. Could they do something like that? Wasn't there some engineering concerns? Yeah, there were loads of engineering concerns from the beginning. Mary Yvonne has said that she spoke to the original engineer that said the building wasn't safe, and he said to date he still has not received the paperwork that he asked for, or the work wasn't done to make the building safe. So I don't know. I'm just telling you what Mary stated in her comments last night, and you can listen to that from my video on yesterday. I know they spent lots of money to fix things, but not sure of the updates. Yeah. For me, as far as safety is concerned, do they have the proper fire suppression for the kitchen? Do they have the right number of fire extinguishers in the building? Does everyone properly know how to use them? Do they know what to use for what fire? If there's a grease fire in the kitchen, what do we use? If there's a chemical fire, what do we use? Those types of things really need to make sure that that education is done as well. They are about to reopen session. Okay, here we go.
Oh, he got stuck.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right, coming out of closed session, is there a motion at 8:40? Is there a motion to reconvene?
A motion.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor.
Yeah, I know
Pro
Gray
Tem
Everett
Gonzalez.
came, so she can
Motion
give
passed.
Tiffany all the details about what happened in closed session.
Okay, next item is action following closed session. There being none, move on to the next item. We have reports. Does anybody have any reports?
I do not. Well, I guess I just wanted to say real quick, congratulations to the new administration coming in. And if there's anything I can do to help the transition, please let me know. And also, congratulations to Kia, the deputy clerk. She had her baby, healthy baby boy on Sunday. So congratulations to her as well.
I forgot she was pregnant.
Right. Anything else? I'd just like to say, thank you everybody for coming out to vote last week. We should, I'd like to see the numbers come up. I want to see more people come out and vote because that helps our area so much, showing that we have people coming out to vote. And the people who come out, obviously we don't care. We need more. We need more. We need more people exercising their right to vote, and however that may be. We got so many ways to do it now, whether it be early voting by mail,
This Darlene last
the old-fashioned
meeting.
way on election day. But I've said it plenty of times, as everybody knows, there's power in numbers. It shows that we're involved. It shows that we're engaged. And when we ask for things, whether it be from Cook County or Springfield, it just helps showing that we have involved voters.
Right.
So, like I said, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. And just we just gotta let's keep coming out. So, all right, thank you. Right.
So then,
Anyone else?
so we ain't gonna
Is there a
know.
motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to know what
Second.
happened in closed session.
Excited about that.
Like, we don't know nothing.
Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Wiedemann? Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez? Motion passed. Meeting adjourned 8:42.
That's it?
They used to have, they go on executive session. This one lady come in one day, I said, what you got your cooler for? She said, oh, these people think they slick. They go on executive session, they don't come out till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Get everybody gone.
Let me go.
She be the only one sitting there. She be sitting there with her sandwiches and her juice.
Okay, so
No,
that's the
y'all
end of
lying.
the
sorry,
meeting.
y'all.
I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Okay, that's the end of the meeting.
Yeah, you can take it.
And people have lost trust in the voting system. So
I know, we ain't hear nothing.
I don't know. For me, we have not properly made sure that people are registered to vote, right? Because a lot of our young people who are turning 18, like my daughter voted for the first time, but if I hadn't taken her, she wouldn't get registered to vote, right? They need to start putting registration to vote in the schools, in the high schools, so that these kids can get registered. They can actually register at 17 if they're going to turn 18 before the next election. So, those are the things that we need to start doing. We need to start catching these young kids when they are turning 18 and telling them, hey, when you turn 18, you can legally vote. We need you to vote. You have a voice. This is something that you can make decisions and things will happen. So that is what I feel like we need to do. And we need to make sure that we're doing more of it, and making sure that all of our young adults are going into adulthood as voters and having a voting record and letting them know that when they come together collectively with their vote, they can change things and make things happen. We shouldn't let our cynicism touch our young people because they are the future, and we need to be able to hand them over the government. That comes with getting them registered to vote, telling them they need to vote, and getting them educated on how to do that, how to look up candidates, how to, decipher who you want to vote for. So those are my suggestions, but I just feel like that's what we need to do. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to get my dinner because I made dinner tonight. I'm hungry. I'm going to make my dinner. I'm going to eat my dinner. I hope you guys eat dinner. We've been on here a while. I know y'all tired of me. It should start in the home and education on civic duties. Correct. Because I homeschool my kids, this is a topic that I can talk about with them freely. And, that's what I talk to my daughter about. Might as well adjourn, then go to closed session. If you're not going to let public know anything, what's the point of waiting? That's true, Kenneth Dawkins. Maybe I can find out for you guys. And if I can tell you, I'll tell you. Kenneth Dawkins, I will try to tell you. I don't want you to be upset. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't want you to be upset. You're welcome, Light Within. Listen, I will see you guys on tomorrow. We got part 2. Y'all let him know it's coming. You just post. If he don't post it, it's fine. At least he know. Say the band lady is going to post part 2. She's going to do part 2 tomorrow. Let him know it's coming. Okay, you guys have a good evening.
Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you.